Dwarven Moss presents a Dungeons & Dragons actual play of The Curse of Strahd.
Hit it.
Oh, no. What? There he is, our man Russell.
Laughing at us.
Squawking. He's been here since day one, hasn't he?
Russell?
Russell Crowe?
Has he?
I think he made his way in pretty early. Yeah, that was a good grab.
I've been here the whole time.
Ah, Russell. You're finally here.
See, I've met you too, Russell.
Right. My name's Jason Statham.
Right.
I'm from England.
Welcome to Talking Moss.
Welcome to Talking Moss. Hello. Hello, mates. Round the world. Welcome to Talking Moss.
Chewing it up so much. Chewing the air in front of him.
Yeah.
All right. Hello.
All right.
Having a bit of a chomp, eh?
All right.
You right?
Stupid git.
It's just this really grumpy guy walking around in England.
It rains a lot.
I'm
we
listening
get
to Talking Moss, eh? Talking Moss.
It's too choppy.
Choppy Moss.
It's almost Australian.
Well, that would be more Russell Crowe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who we
Who just
started
sang
off
for
with.
us. Yeah.
That's right.
Who crude something's into our ear.
Crude. He's a crude
Well,
dude.
speaking about a couple of crude dudes.
Oh, speaking about a few crude.
We're all crude.
Cruelly cruelers.
Hey, guys.
Cruelly crude.
Big news.
What's that?
We all just got over COVID-19.
Oh, yes. We did.
Wow.
Back
There
from the
you
depths.
go.
Oh, you coughed.
Yeah, just gotta remind myself to cough every
That
now and
was
then.
Right.
And I mean, it's just very funny how
Well, fill us in, Chris.
Yeah,
What
how was your
I was going to say,
experience,
when this
man?
whole thing started, we were all very diligent about being like, guys, come on, we got a mask. Should we meet? We didn't know that's the numbers are going. This is
canceled
that.
a lot of
We
times.
canceled tons of stuff.
Yeah.
And look at us on a one-off hangaroo.
Yeah. 3 crude dudes.
3 crude dudes.
And then this.
Get the Kuvu noon tune.
Oh, the noon tune was playing a tune.
Ah.
It started with me, and then I passed it on to the boys.
Yep. We were on a bit of delay.
We're on a 3-day delay,
Yeah.
and we all fell into the grips of COVID-19. None of us being vaccinated, so it hitting us really hard.
Man, why would I do that?
So, we were joking.
Yes, it was a
I'd
joke.
like to remind everybody about vaccines.
You need at least 7 vaccines.
Yeah, man, I got
that has the
vaccines
best
for
results.
Polio, for chicken pox.
Yeah.
We got vaccines
What's that
for
rusty
women
thing
on
where
fire.
you
Yeah,
step
exactly.
on rusty
Tetanus.
things? Oh, tetanus. Yeah,
That's right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, we got that.
Whatever. Give me all the vaccines. I don't care. Try out new vaccines.
I just get
Sure.
it, okay? Like, I just get the science, and
Oh,
I
yeah,
understand it
Yeah.
completely.
Well,
so
you know. Yeah.
I know exactly where I stand.
Can we bring that up?
Yeah, let's-
Jamie, can we bring that up?
Jamie?
Is that his name?
Jamie's got COVID. He's not here. We're
Jamie can't join us.
Yeah.
He has COVID hard. Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah.
We're coming after
Yeah.
the #1 spot on Spotify.
That's right.
One patron at a time.
Oh, yes. Speaking of, we do have some new patrons.
Bum, 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 da boom, boom, ba boom, boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom.
I'm gonna bring them up.
Boom, boom.
Checking my patron app.
And it's nice to know that we still have people finding our stuff and wanting to join us in the Moss talk and just deepen the Moss still.
Oh, yeah.
After we finished our second act.
We have to do another live Talking Moss with
Oh,
Mark.
absolutely.
We've been talking about it.
Yeah.
Talking about it. We're talking
We-
Moss about it.
We're going to have a fun time. We're going to throw a little Moss party.
Yeah. Well, check this out. 7 hours ago, Jonathan Riggs joined the squad. Riggs. Yeah, man. And then 11 hours ago, we've got a boom here. Bo Benson.
We got a
Oh,
bow.
Benson?
We got a Bo Benson.
Oh, double B, BB.
Yeah. Oh my
We got
gosh.
a
BB. He's back.
Have a baby.
Bo Benson.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a name.
That's really great. Oh,
Bo Burnham
Bo Burnham.
is a new patron.
wow. $7,000.
Whoa.
One-time payment.
Hey guys, I just love listening to your podcast.
I wrote a song about it. Dwarven Moss. I'm the boss. Me.
Sorry, that was awkward. Let me just start that again. Dwarven Moss. Now you're probably all bored at this point. Dwarven Moss.
I'm a self-deprecating white guy, and I sing about it.
Do you think he's left his house yet after that special? See, he's smart. He doesn't have COVID. He's still in his home filming hours.
So he does. That's just new generation, man.
No way, man.
They just do it all themselves.
Yeah.
Celebs, I think they all have gone through the cove.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyone who's had to be out there.
Look, Tom Hanks was the first one who got it, right?
Coolest guy in the world.
Coolest guy in
Makes
the world.
total sense to me.
Big time.
As I said, I understand the science completely.
He also,
So this is just...
him and Rita Wilson
Easy.
got it
Easy.
in Australia, and you know who else is from Australia?
Russell Crowe. That was a Russell Crit.
Russell Crit.
Russell Creed.
Russell Crit.
Coming soon.
Coming to this
He plays a barbarian, a gladiator.
this summer.
Or fighter.
Russell Crit
Fighter.
plays a fighter.
They raped my wife and killed my child.
Growing up in Perth, Australia.
Russell Crit will learn how to save his wife and himself. This summer.
Where do I get tickets?
You don't know me. No one knows me.
Academy Award nominee.
Hey, check this out. I think we have another Swede. You guys tell me Vidar Hagström, and it's got those funky dots on the A and the O. Vidar Hagström Fordell.
Fordell.
Vidar. How do you spell Vidar?
VIDAR.
D&D name.
Vidar.
That is a
Cool,
great
yeah.
D&D name. This guy fucks.
So this is the 3 new patrons. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Or maybe 4. We also got Paul Cochran.
Paul Cochran. Finally, this guy
Yeah.
comes.
Finally, Paul
Man.
Cochran shows
Cochran.
his
We've
face.
been waiting for you, buddy.
Yeah, he's a biggie. He's like
Who's
he's
Paul
the
Cochran
ancient.
again?
He's the land. He's that
One of the new patrons.
Canadian that sings "Life Is a Highway."
That's
Oh,
Tom
yes.
Cochran. Tom Cochran.
Oh,
Tom Cochran.
probably related.
Tom
Picture
Cochran.
of him right there.
Whoa.
Really?
Whoa.
What's that all about? Okay, everybody, breaking news. Jay has a photo of Tom Cochran.
How often can you say that mention Canadian music icon Tom Cochran
Whoa.
and then have your D&D buddy boy go, you mean that Tom Cochran?
Look at this. Jay's playing bass with Tom Cochran on stage.
You know what?
Singing Life is a Highway.
You did it, eh?
Massey Hall.
Oh,
Sam
wow.
Riegel couldn't do this.
Yeah. Eat your heart out, Sam Riegel.
It looks like Mithril Hall. Oh, no, I see it. I see the... Yeah, Massey Hall.
Borden Hardanis and Massey Hall.
Hey, welcome to the show. Wow. What would he do at Massey Hall?
What would he
Never heard
do?
of Massey
Well, he doesn't
Hall?
use... What did we learn about
greatest
him?
hall?
How, he drones, or he doesn't use a lot of lyrics?
No,
he was
that's
prompted to sing in the last episode.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
So what would he
Last
do at
episode,
Massey?
A lot of singing.
A lot of singing.
A lot of singing that last
lot of
episode.
singing.
But he was singing that was an old dwarven. That's how dwarves sing. They just their songs last hours and hours,
Right, would he just do like throat?
and then maybe they'll change to a, they'll go up a semitone.
Would it be an all
That part's
dwarf?
really exciting.
Yeah, an old dwarves. Like,
And they're holding the note, but all you see is their eyes just look at each other like, oh.
And there's hundreds of them filling these cavernous halls.
Dwarven kids.
Do you think it would be an all dwarf band, or do you think he's a little more maybe modern these days? Maybe he's got like an Aarakocra on drums. Are there any drums? You know more about how
Watermelon
dwarves are.
sugar.
I mean-
Aw.
He's
Touche.
modern. He's modern now.
Yeah, yeah.
He's modern now. No, I think he's a classic dude. I think Borin would vote for Trump.
I think he's a classic.
Oh shit, he's a Trumper?
I think he would be like, those freedom guys are fighting for their freedom.
No, Boring, you don't understand.
That's off-brand.
Yeah, but what about
Wendell's
Wendell?
the Trump guy.
Wendell's
There's
is
no
so
way, Boring.
southern.
Oh no, you're a greenie.
Yeah.
Come on, you weird hippie. Growing your ways and your keto diets and
That's
eating.
true. I do keep to myself.
See, you know what I mean? Come on.
I know. Okay, yeah, I'm liberal.
Yeah, a bit too liberal. For my liking.
You're more liberal than me.
Not true.
I think it is. Now that I think about it, the amount of times you have been more open-minded, and I'm grumpy and closed-minded. Agree to disagree, Born.
Wow.
I made a few decisions in my time.
Nobody's doubting you there, Born. I've written a few songs about roads. I've written a few songs and done a few things and fought wolves before.
That's mighty big. I remember was it mighty big words. And I've read a few books in my time.
Okay.
Tell
Just
you,
smells a bit damp, Born. What's that stench?
Roll for perception.
27.
Yeah, you can smell a heavy whiff of cinnamon, burnt cinnamon.
Did you fart out of your dick?
Born.
What's that sweet smell? Smells like cinnamon bun.
Don't get excited when I fart out my penis, Born.
Oh, ha ha ha.
Oh, yeah. And we laughed.
And we laughed, and what a time it was.
Yep. So we don't have COVID anymore.
Don't
Yeah, we
have
got
COVID
through
anymore.
COVID.
Yeah. Any, I don't know. Any crazy, how about one crazy thing that happened to you during COVID? Anything wild?
Crazy.
I lost some taste. That was interesting.
Right, yeah.
I lost my taste and smell for a while.
I
yeah.
didn't get any of that loss of smell and taste.
Chris had a bit of Novid.
I had a bit of Nova.
Yeah.
It must be that dwarven blood, that resiliency.
Yeah, yeah. I think what was surprising, the amount of napping I did. I just wanted to sleep.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
yeah.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
Just, oh man, I have to lie down feeling, and you lie down and just sleep.
Yeah, I'd sleep from like 5 till 8, and then it'd be up till 10:30, and just go, I want to go back to bed.
For 2 days, I did 16 hours of sleeping.
Wow.
Yeah, man, and I woke up like a rusty bicycle.
You guys seen that
Yes.
movie, Dark City?
Yeah. Not for
No,
a while,
what's
but
that?
But like, yeah, I got to rewatch it. It's like the Matrix before the Matrix
yeah.
in a way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And one of the concepts in it was
Oh shit.
one of the concepts in it was that when the people fell asleep in the city, that was when adjustments were made to the city and to
Right, yeah.
them, and then they had their memories erased, or like so that they wouldn't notice the
Yeah,
differences. But it was like
right.
this ever-changing world. I'm butchering it because I haven't seen it in a while either. But
Yeah, but I remember that. Yeah.
that concept of like you would never know, like if like superior beings or monsters were successfully waiting until you were asleep, and then that's when they do their work on you,
Wow.
Walking around.
and you would never know.
You know what I
'Cause
always
that's
found
only when you sleep.
right. You know what I always found fascinating? How your brain operates at different frequencies, but when you sleep, it goes down to like from 11 to 9 hertz, let's say. So are we tuned into each other when we sleep, like a universal mind? Is there maybe that's where the beings are like we're 9 hertz beings. That's when we can reach you. Then when you wake up, you're just in a different frequency, man.
Weird. So are you positing that aliens invented COVID-19 so we could all be a bit sleepier?
And
I
what
was
we
trying to
think
say
is
that.
of as aliens, maybe it's not so much aliens, but like the way an ant doesn't even know how to comprehend that we are smarter beings above them. They just accept us for what we're looking at through the
Right.
James Webb telescope at the universe and seeing this expanse, and we're just like, well, what is that? Oh, it's just the universe. But what if it's not the universe? What if it's something that is in complete control of itself?
That shit is mind bending to me.
Dude.
Sometimes I get caught in a loop of thinking about those bigger concepts, and I'm like,
Yeah, like
Especially
apparently
on
our
James
galaxy, the Milky Way, has billions of planets, and then he's got it as a
That's the new one, right?
screensaver.
That's a new one.
So all of those like stars in the background, or most of them, are galaxies that are supposed to be as big as ours. Like from one point to the end of our Milky Way galaxy is like 300,000 light years.
and this is that Horsehead Nebula, but more detailed.
I guess so.
Yeah, what are we even looking at? So that picture looks like mountains and
This is the
Sand
new
and-
Spelljammer they're putting out. This is 5e. This
Oh.
is Spelljammer. You can fly through all of this.
wow.
What's interesting
Multiverse.
is that these have existed before. Like the Hubble telescope has the same images, but just blurry.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
actually not that blurry. Like you pretty much see the same thing, but this is just like, whoa. I guess obviously there's got to be not doctoring, but there's some way that it's making this image where the stars are like got that glint to them.
I believe the Webb is like an infrared camera. Whatever that means. Yeah, I guess that Hubble telescope's just a big piece of shit, eh?
It's looking at an
Couldn't see
iPhone
any of this stuff.
3. Wow, man.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, gents, should we discuss this act that has just finished? We've just finished an entire second act.
Of
Where do we
Curse
start?
of Strahd.
There's Strahd. We got a lot of people
Act 2.
in on this second act. That when we first rolled out 2 years ago, it's very quiet and small, but we were like, let's put out this second act to a bigger fanfare. That's where a lot of these people who now want to hear us talk about ourselves.
And the story is certainly evolved.
Yeah.
Those characters have certainly shown themselves to each other and
Right.
the world around them.
I suppose a big something interesting about that's evolved in Act 2 was Wendell having his Dark City dreams, where Strahd just started visiting him
Yeah.
and talking to him. Wendell was a little secretive at first. What do you think? What did Wendell think the first time he got this dream?
Well, it's interesting because there's still a little bit of uncharted territory. Like, because like right now, like Bourne, his character isn't aware of what Wendell's going through in his dreams. And so I don't really want to say too much.
Well, we know we've heard Strahd talk to Wendell
Yeah.
and say his.
You didn't tell him everything, but does Boren does know that you've been having nightmares though?
Yeah.
But-
He knows that I've been having nightmares.
That's
It's not
it.
with Strahd.
Okay.
When was the first time Wendell had one of these nightmares?
Um,
Trying to
it
remember that.
was. Oh yeah, when was the first time?
So it would have been before Lake Zarovek. That would be the second. That would be your flashback.
First it was eels.
when you plunged.
Underwater.
When he's visited by Strahd for the first time, actually, I think it's in. It was from session. Our 12th session, which was actually chapter like 14, I think.
Okay.
It's where. It's after the big Velaki fight.
Oh,
Is it after?
that makes sense.
Yeah, because right after I have that dream, he meets me and he pulls me up
Right.
and I'm in the Shadowfell, but this is the thing. I don't like at this point. in the
Shadowfell is
story,
later, yeah.
Boren doesn't
Right.
know any of this.
Well, you bring up a fun little piece of info. So when I think you critted Strahd off of the scaffolding, and
He critted the scaffolding.
critted the scaffolding. Yeah. And for those of you that maybe know Strahd's repertoire of spells, so Strahd hit the ground and immediately cast invisibility on himself, and that's kind of how he disappeared. And that's when he made his way to the Blue Water Inn to, find Irina.
Irene.
Yeah, there's the
Whoa.
bloody footprints that were left, but
That's right. And
He-
all that were left were bloody footprints.
Well, let me ask you then this. Was this a thing that you thought earlier on? You knew Jay was creating this character.
yeah.
Did you think, I'm going to have a deal? Because I think it does mention that in the book, doesn't it? Like, Strahd's looking for a successor.
Does
so
it?
Did you, I think maybe, I may be making that
I
up.
don't think
but
it does, but
did
maybe.
you see that as an opportunity to go, I can pull this on Wendell? I can...
So once I read Wendell's backstory, I absolutely saw that as an opportunity where, okay, we have a warlock. I didn't even know a ton about warlocks, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was like, warlocks have a patron. Okay. Strahd must serve someone as well.
I guess in a way,
So that's
Strahd
how
is
I-
kind of a warlock, too, because he has a patron. He has the Raven Queen, right? She's cursed him.
Yes. Yeah. So that was definitely the connection that I made early on.
Right.
And he gets his powers from the Shadowfell.
Right.
And Wendell would get his powers from somewhere, and I just thought, hey, what if it was the Shadowfell? And then the connection made me want to bring up the successor thing. It's probably
Yeah.
a classic story, but
It was great. It worked great for a two-man play, right? Because you have one man being pulled one way, of the other man being pulled the other way.
yeah.
This
And I
guy's
was
thinking, hey, what do you want from me?
I was
Hey.
trying to create a drama and contention between you two, because I wanted Wendell to kind of have these dreams and Bourne to be like, hey, what's going on? What's he dreaming? Why is he not telling me?
Fuck, yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah, right.
I'm not getting any dreams. I wanted
Imagine
to
Bourne
create a
and
bit of-
Wendell were like totally different, and like they had like different voices, and Wendell was just sort of a guy like this.
Yeah, and Barn is like, what? Hey, we should go kill this Strahd. I've got...
All right, well, I'm in a bit of a bad mood right now because of my curse.
Yeah, well, fuck you. I don't give a shit. I'm a real piece of shit right now. I'm Bourne Harding. It's from Bad Axe Hall.
I know, you tell everybody you
I'm
know.
Admiral Paladin Bourne Harding. He's your
I know,
beautiful.
everyone you meet, you tell who your name is and what hall you're from. I'm just Wendell from the Shining Plains, and I murdered all my neighbors.
So Wendell's super chill. You're like a Michael Jackson. Who's Wendell right now? What's a good analog?
Wendell's this guy.
No.
Wendell is...
Oh, Wendell's this guy. He's just like, look, man. Back off, okay? I'm from the Shining
look.
Plains, okay?
Don't. That's my
No, he's
act.
Tyler.
I hit Dukin, man.
So I'm just gonna
I hit Dukin.
like go down on
I
one
Eldritch
knee,
Blast.
put my hands together, do a full Hadouken. Yes, I'm going to attack.
I'll do lay on hands.
No, don't. I'm depressed. I want to die.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna roll a death save.
Wendell's just so depressed.
These insufferable characters
Yeah.
for so long.
Such a different podcast.
Yeah.
Thank
You
God
hear all
they're
this
not.
battle and all the same music.
Yeah. Okay, so Bora goes up. He goes, hey, yeah, and he throws down a branding smite. Us going back and forth.
Holy man with a holy symbol. Holy shit, Boren.
Well, guys, sometimes you miss. We
missed a missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity.
That's right,
But
that's right.
We made, yeah.
Well, what else in like season two, act two, very
Act two,
Valaki
season two.
heavy, very role play heavy. We found very discovery heavy, finding new spells, finding new people to talk to, finding out lore. We met.
You met Strahd.
met
Like,
Strahd.
like real Strahd in Strahd form.
We were
Laying waste to Vallaki, laying waste to a Vistani camp,
Yeah.
going up and bringing Stanimir into the air
yes.
with
that
the
big
fly
battle.
spell, and then you in a bear hug with him, and he's trying to make this deal, and I'm egging you on, and you just drop him
That's I bet he didn't expect
right down on top of the fire.
when he brought you into Barovia that you
That was a
would
fun
be back with flight,
right.
ready to mess his ass up.
Jump at Jack Flash. That was something that we had a lot of fun planning.
Yeah.
I love that.
Jay and I really strategized, and we're like, okay, how can we do that? We know where he is. Let's keep him in the thing. Let's cause a distraction. You got fly. I got this.
Yeah.
I feel like that was really smart because that was a challenging battle.
There was a lot
Rahadin
of
was
people there.
reduced to dust.
It could have been
Smoldering ashes.
Yeah, smoking
Could've been
embers.
real.
Smoking embers.
Smoking embers. That's if you listen to Tom on episode 1, after he tells the story of after Stanimir tells the story,
Yeah.
and you see Strahd in the fire, and Strahd vanishes and the fire vanishes in smoking ember.
Smoking
The image
embers.
vanishes in a cloud of smoking embers.
Total comic book guy ending the story.
That's who it is.
That was a big battle. We found the holy symbol,
Ooh, yeah.
That was a fun moment.
and right at the end there, we found the Sunblade. Did we find the Sunblade? Or am I spoiling something?
No, we found.
we found.
No, we didn't. We didn't find the Sunblade yet. That is spoiled.
Yeah.
Is that spoiled? Because we were in the cemetery. That's where the race came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't find it.
So we
yet.
need to.
Didn't we?
not keep this in, or
Or
for all you true Mossers out there?
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool when they have
that's a little
Sunblade.
clue. It's a little teaser.
Maybe
Real
we're
teaser.
just
I
kidding.
think they know that we're.
Well,
gonna find it.
this is also it. This is the game, right? We're just following what is in the game. This is one of the things in the game they give you. So
Yeah, I don't think.
you'd be a fool not to find the
Exactly.
Sunstone.
What are you thinking?
You'd be a
Of
fool.
course,
You'd be
the
a damn
Sunblade
fool.
is
You'd be
in
a
the
fool.
cemetery, guys. Of course.
That's where we were going.
That's where we were going.
That's where we were going.
No, you have to come over here.
Okay, well, I'll ask this then too, Tom. On that last episode, now I want to start asking you pieces of work some questions about this. Okay, we don't have any questions written down.
Right.
Probably do, but I want to grill you, sons of guns.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Tom, I know for a fact that the Abbey at Kresk is on the very top of a hill.
Yeah.
You let me just throw a rope up there and fucking Batman and Robin grapple. Now, I love it,
Yeah.
but interesting choice. Talk about it as a DM.
Yeah, interesting. My recollection is that there was a wall that you could grapple up, and the abbey is kind of. I think that whole area is very classic medieval townish, where like the we'll call the abbey like the castle's on top, and then
Yeah.
down below are the shacks and
Yeah.
where the peons and peasants hang.
Actually,
and,
Kresk is a little. It's actually well kept. Kresk is one of those towns that it doesn't go out. They're very insular. They don't go out or let anybody in. So
they're isolating.
very exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
But they take care of their shit.
From COVID. Yeah. I think there's a wall surrounding Kresk. There certainly was in our adventure. And
Yeah.
you may have rolled a decent a grappling rope throw. So that's kind of how I had that. Are you referring to the very end where the window gets smashed? Or
No,
just to get
not
in?
at all. I'm very into. So that's exactly it. So like, if Kresk is down here, then the Abbey is up here.
Yeah.
We went around the side to essentially where the bottom of this cliff is, and we ascended this tall cliff to get to the Abbey. Now, there was a little leeway taken there. I think you just shortened it because you were like, come on, these guys are having fun.
Probably. I did do some shortening in this adventure.
Yeah,
Removing
yeah.
of floors in the death house, removing of really some areas altogether. So
And look, we never knew.
yeah.
Well,
It's
never knew.
interesting
Yeah,
that
yeah.
like because you DM'd this as well, you were given all of the visual and written descriptions of
Yeah.
what this module is offering. From a player's perspective, like me who hasn't DM'd and I don't even know, like, to me, I don't... The same way when you think of a movie, when you think about an action movie, about that time when Tom Cruise grapples over a wall in Mission Impossible or something, you don't know the layout of that compound, right? You just
Right.
know the shots that are used to tell the story in the movie. You just know the shots. It's the wall that then connects to that thing in the distance, and he's getting closer to it. Okay, now he's here.
Right.
Now this is what you can see. Like, that's the way my memory works and the way my playing works. It's just as a player. And so, either, like, it's no
It's
wrong
like a
answer.
montage
It's
of
only
shots
going to
that-
rub against if you know. And that's why I didn't rub up against you when we were playing, because you hadn't DM'd it at that point.
Yeah,
Right.
totally.
It's like a
But it doesn't matter to me, like, if you were to take all these liberties. It's
Not
just
at all.
DM's rules. And
Rules
in fact,
are fun, man. Rules is
rule
fun.
RAF.
Yeah.
Right.
In fact,
Wrap
it's
it
better.
up.
It's better sometimes when you can sort of like just treat it like a movie and like we're just
Yeah.
using what we need.
And indulging, you know what I mean? Like, I think you did that when we were doing Nictus, is like, they're coming up with ideas. Why do I want to poo-poo this? Like, let's indulge them a bit and feed them a bit.
Yeah.
Because then they'll work on that energy.
It's also a way to feel creative when you are reading a story that's
Yes.
essentially written. Because
Right.
I want to get my ideas in there too, but without
Totally.
the burden of like creating some intricate woven homebrew.
Right.
It's like you
Every
do
10
get to.
feet, you must roll a dexterity check because the stones get harder and smoother. So then we're just rolling checks or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's a good flavor. Yeah, guys, put your
Sometimes
your
it's
flavor.
good, like it's good to
over all
have
these
a,
things.
a balance of all of these things. You know, like it's so important that somebody, i.e., the DM, is there to sort of like spoil the fun. Like knowing when to spoil the fun is so needed. Knowing when to be like, sorry guys,
Not going to happen.
no,
Yeah.
you cannot do that.
Yeah.
And I will roll if one of you actually says with certainty, and it's canon that it has been. It sounds like you're saying it, so I'm going to roll this, and the consequences are going to... That's so great to have teachers show up. Like, you can't be a class clown without a teacher. Or else it's just chaos, you know? It's just like...
And you guys kind of
Why don't
are
you
the
just a
class
clown?
clown, right? And I'm
you're just a
more or less the straight man, I would say, if we break down this equation.
I think that's
it
what
all,
the-
it all switches, I
right.
think.
But I think that's the role of the dungeon master, is to be the director and the cinematographer and the art director. Like, they set the scene and then go, okay, you guys go in and play. And I'll go, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, let's keep doing that. But if you're like, I want to eat the ground and turn into a rainbow. And it's like, well, that's not going to happen. So let's think about this logically.
Who's that player?
Yeah, the walls.
That player coming in.
Newborn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, boring hearted from Bread Axe Hall. I'm a fucking
wanna eat the
leprechaun. and
wall. I'm a
my
fucking
eyes
bitch.
are lasers, and
I'm a
you
fucking
can't
bitch.
ever hit me. I have an armor class of 100.
So not only is he that voice at the table, he's asking to do things that make no sense.
Yeah. I want to take every goblin out for dinner and wine and dine the children and
Okay,
then
hold
marry
on,
them.
hold on, so-
No, I'm not going to stop. And then I'm going to marry
But,
you, and then
hold on.
I win the game. I want to roll to win the game.
Okay, just okay. Roll.
Roll. Tell me.
100. I got 100.
Well, it's
You,
a
I
one.
win.
you're just saying
right?
100. That you rolled a 12.
I roll a smite on you and you. 100.
Security.
I hate this dude.
But meanwhile, the crowd's loving it. Yeah.
What do we do?
You go on,
Let him play.
you're taking him off the side of the stage, and the manager and the suits are there, being like, "Get him back on."
They're bankrolling the whole
security's
thing.
confused,
Put 'em
like, what do
on.
we do?
The crowd loved them.
Crowd's loving him.
And then the DM, he's just a moment of
de-
silence,
so
and the crowd's
deflated.
waiting, and the DM is just like, "Oh, okay. What do you want to do, fluffy fart pants?"
Fluffy Fart Pants wants to
Yeah,
take
you gotta-
everybody to winners.
The crowd's going wild. You can't. You can't. DM's freaking out on stage.
Flip the table.
Who
is this doing out here?
Stop it.
This summer,
What is
Wizards
this? A
of the
preview?
Coast
I hate
present
this.
Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves,
We can't just switch up the
starring
parodies. of
Chris
the-
Pine, Marlon Wayans,
Oh my god.
Elliot Page.
And Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Do, 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 do.
We've got a new D&D quest. I tell you right now to be the best. The DM will pretend to like you in jest, but he'd rather see you lose your head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he would rather see you lose your head.
Yeah, cut that head off because you're a...
No, because when you lose your head is when the D&D decisions become interesting, off track, and unpredictable. So lose your head.
The body
your head,
guides the mind.
Crazy mother.
The body guides the mind. The body cannot live without the mind.
You think that's air you're breathing now?
Show me.
Yeah, man.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
What?
That's what he's saying. Like a Dutch bullets.
No, Neil. I'm saying that when you're ready, you won't have to.
You're doing it like Lance Reddick. If Lance Reddick was Morpheus.
Neil,
That'd be okay.
I'm telling you that you won't have to. When you're ready, you won't have to.
You take the red pill.
You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. Go back to sleep. Take the blue pill.
No, the red pill is the bad one, right? You take the red pill.
Take the red pill. I'll show you just how far the rabbit hole goes.
Rabbit hole goes.
They always do. Lance Reddick.
Lance.
That's going to be my
fucking
next
Reddick.
character. Hello. My name is Boren Hardiness, and I'm a paladin for Brett Axhole.
Yeah, well, Wendell's going to be Joe Pantoliano. All right?
Look, you better stop fucking around, Wendell.
Wow. So you're here to save the world, huh? Morpheus or Lance, whatever you want me to call you?
They always do.
A piece of advice. You see an agent? You do what we do. You run. Run your ass off.
Very quotable movie.
What is that, Event Horizon?
It's a very fuckable film.
Yeah, yeah. Did you guys see the new one?
I saw.
Yes.
Yeah, so you did.
I saw it.
I couldn't commit.
Some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No comment.
Okay.
New topic.
No comment. New topic.
Yeah, this is too divisive. Let's
Okay,
talk about
I
Trump
want to
instead.
give Jay the gears. Okay,
Ooh,
Wendell's
gear 'em up.
Wendell's going through all this stuff in Act 2. Okay, you were given a lot more fat to chew in this
I've
act.
done a few fat chewing sessions.
I think, you had a lot to deal with as far as just like what you want to do as an end game. I think Wendell had a much grander idea, and maybe even Jay as a player had a thicker idea of an end game. Mm-hmm. Because you were given these, I don't want to call them cues, but you were given these story elements for your character that developed him more. And I think to you it was a good surprise, too, because it helped you develop him and think more about
When
where
we
he
were
is.
playing, like, it's no mystery that we have been producing our first big game. It's our first D&D game, and since we've played many D&D campaigns,
Yeah.
just like now you can get through them quite quickly when you don't have to record and produce them. But I remember in Act 2 it being a real just eye-opener, game changer, just in terms of how I was feeling as a pilot of my character in a mystery where I didn't know a lot of times what was going on, like, at all. And so it like that informed my character to, in fact, I had this thought because we just had a session 0 with our friend Nick and for another thing that we're doing, and
Whoa.
I was thinking about
Breaking.
my character, and a piece of advice. I think a good piece of advice for people
Okay.
who are making characters, something that is easy to exist within if you're role playing your character at the table. You want to be comfortable with like being able to have access to this character in a way that you know how to control and you know how to deal with in any situation. You might be called upon to know things or to your character makes commitments. Any one of your creative choices, your character is making commitments to saying, I'm bringing this to the table to role play. So you could choose things like, I think with Wendell, I chose to be very plot heavy, not plot heavy, but like I wanted to know what the answer was in an impatient way because it quelled my real life curiosity to get answers and to gain control. I didn't like the feeling at first of not having control over, you know what I mean? What is this, an improv scene? What is this like?
Right.
Because if it's an improv scene, we're going like way, like we've lost the thread, but oh no, we're playing a game right now.
That makes sense because Vallaki was kind of like that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
there
It
was
It
a
was
lot
nebulous.
of. But
what are we here for?
yeah.
But yeah.
But what I found by Act 2, what I found was like a crutch, was that I allowed my character to be like almost rudely impatient about what was happening in the story. And that was like my real life spilling over and like justifying it through the character.
Yeah, nice.
You know what I mean? As a crutch, because it allowed me to just sort of like be what I actually felt. I didn't have to like hide or divide what I actually felt. I had an outlet for it.
Yeah.
And when you have an outlet for it, you get this release and you could let it out. You could be who you're not allowed to be in a character.
And you know
Right.
what's so funny? I would add to that is that you're not allowed to be who you be in a character, and a character is allowed to do that, especially someone like Wendell, in a land like Barovia. And it's real nerdy to say, but I think it's baked into the story that there's something wrong in Vallaki.
Right.
And so Wendell, who's already a very trepidatious man, when he kind of sees, when he can do that Neo thing and see the code and be like, wait a minute, something's not right here. I know this is a game, so I'm going to treat it like a game.
Yeah. And I think
you
it
know
lends,
something's wrong.
even though you're merging a bit of your real life feelings at the time, it's perfectly justified in so many ways.
Totally.
In the way you're talking about immersing the character. Like, Wendell doesn't have a lot of time left. He should be retired right now. And here he is, in fucking Barovia, just trying to figure this stuff out, just to get it over with. He had a comfy home. He made a living as a farmer back in Faerun. And it totally makes sense that he's grumpy and wants to keep things going.
Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't want to be. I just find it fun to, once you have like a code like that fits your play style, it makes it very easy to just kind of sort of like role play. It didn't feel like.
I think that's why Boren
I think
was
that's
so
why,
easy.
yeah, Bourne and Wendell started to be able to talk with each other so effortlessly.
Yeah.
Because we just knew what our own code was, and we just kept to it.
Yeah.
It was lucky that we came in blind like that, and our characters were such oil and water.
That
For
was,
fun.
yeah, that was
We weren't-
magic.
Yeah, we were
You know,
just light and dark.
Yeah.
light and dark, holy, cursed, elf, dwarf, half elf.
I think
so
that was
wild.
the fun thing, too, to be a very bleeding heart Superman type character who's just totally for good and for justice and who's righteous and who has power to enact those things, to fight the bad and to fight the evil. Mm-hmm. And but also be so emotionally open, too. I think that's the other thing, too. Like, that's deep improv training. It's like, just go to emotions. Emotions are there because we're human.
Right, yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So, like, oh, no, I'm sorry. But that also makes him an emotional guy. So you can go,
Yeah.
so, you know, my friend here is a real emotional guy, all right?
You don't really
When-
see in a lot of when you cycle through D&D streams, a lot of people, they role play a little bit, but they role play with the confinement of it being like kind of badass role playing, or like, yeah, I'm doing this, or we're joking around, but like emotions, seeing people cycle through emotions is a real
Yeah.
improv thing.
Yeah.
And Boren is certainly an emotional little dwarf.
He's an emotional guy. I mean, I'm trying to think other really fun, noteworthy big things in Act 2. I think we're all just really proud of ourselves for actually getting the thing out there, and also very much looking forward to going, how does this end? We played it so long ago. I want to hear all this stuff. I want to remembering all the things that happen after this in Act 3 are really fun. And I feel it's definitely that kind of part in the roller coaster before you know you're going to go downhill, because, and not downhill in a bad way, but we're ending this adventure. It's an Act 3 for a reason. I believe it's Act 3 in the book too. Like,
There's
when
acts
you
in the
make
book?
your- yeah.
Wow.
Uh,
There's probably a lot of subliminal things coming in. I don't remember a lot about
I
the
mean,
book.
I think
really
maybe
don't. There's no
yeah.
Act 3 in the book. Is there?
I think they split it into acts. When you get to Vallaki, that's the whole second act.
But you
and
don't
that
have
the
to.
world
But you don't
opens
have
up.
to be in Vallaki. You can go anywhere. That's not written.
Yeah.
That path is not written. Whatever Madame Eva deals you is where you go.
Maybe I'm just infusing.
Wherever you go,
our-
there you are.
Whoa, man. That's so far out. It's back in again, man.
Oh man.
Whoa, we gotta smoke some more moss, man.
Yeah, man.
Yo, have we talked about the James Webb Telescope, man?
Yeah, man.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, yeah. I mean,
You could see Barovia.
Oh, yeah.
It's just in another universe.
yeah, man.
Little domain of dread.
Brovia is a universe that is on the side adjacent to another alternate universe, man.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
If there
It's
are
like infinite,
infinite
man.
amount of possibilities, that means that there is a universe that is just the Sword Coast, and it's like real.
Whoa.
So like, it's not just real, though. It's Dwarven Moss presents Curse of Strahd, but it's a reality that happened.
Right. And like Bourne's voice is like super high. And it's like the same podcast.
yeah.
But you have that
Wendell
high voice. And
Is
Wendell.
Jamaican.
And Wendell is Jamaican,
Yeah.
Wendell is Jamaican.
and this is the universe where Wendell is
Jamaican.
Jamaican.
Wendell is Jamaican. Wendell is Jamaican.
baby.
Wendell is Jamaican.
He's just
Wendell is Jamaican. Wendell is Jamaican. Wendell is Jamaican. Wendell is
Jamaican.
Oh,
Wendell is Jamaican.
come on, boy.
This concludes another episode of Dwarven Moss. If you'd like to support us, consider joining our Patreon, or buy us a coffee. Leave us a comment, or ask a question, and we'll answer it on one of our episodes of Talking Moss. Dwarven Moss is presented by the Sonar Network.